Hey you guys, it is Candace and welcome back to my channel. First of all, I want to say thank you guys so much as always for your support. On my last couple of videos and all your feedback. That really meant a lot to me because I was so not nervous to do that last story time, but when y'all see, y'all know what I'm talking about. So anyways, this video was special requested by one of my subscribers and followers on Instagram. She basically, so I love this girl so much, you guys. I never met her in person like ever, but like every single thing I've done, like she supported me. And she wrote me basically, I want to say about a month or so ago, and I did ask her if it was okay that I do this video, but she basically asked me, which I get all the time, but because she wrote me, I just wanted to go ahead and make a video. Basically how to be confident being a plus size woman. And this statement is just so near and dear to me because number one, I'm a plus size girl, obviously, and then number two, like I guess I'm more relatable to women who are plus size, and so sometimes they, kind of not always have the confidence or, to be comfortable, however they are. So first and foremost, I will say, if you don't like something about yourself and it's something that you don't like, then you have the power to change it, okay? That doesn't mean that, if your parents say something, or your significant other, or your friend, if you feel like there is something about you that you don't like, then you change it. It has nothing to do with anyone else, and I cannot stress that enough. I go through times in my life where, I'm uncomfortable with my size, and I work on it. Like, I'll be in the gym every single day, like working on it, and then there's times where I'm like, you know what? I like my size right now, and I think that's just being a woman in general. Like, I don't think that has anything to do with like being plus size or anything like that. But I will say that a lot of times people around you can influence how you feel or the way that you look at yourself, and social media plays a big part too. I know that you guys, everyone follows like Baller Alert in the Shade Room, and a lot of times they will post like Fashion Nova, and I remember coming across a post of a plus size Fashion Nova ad, and it was like 3 different pictures of 3 different women wearing Fashion Nova and their plus size line. And reading the comments, this one person said, "Why do you guys promote morbid obesity?" And I honestly can say that looking at that in retrospect in 2 different ways, I can understand where they're coming from, but at the same time, I don't think it's promoting it. I think it's more of a, I guess society is trying to become more socially accepting of being plus size. It's crazy that you even have to talk about it, or even, I have to make a video about it, but it's just the fact of, some women really are going through things that make them feel like they are not accepted in this world. I mean, there's been girls who have literally starved themselves and literally have hurt themselves because they wanted to be a size that they were not. And there are girls who have literally harmed themselves, even killed themselves, because of the way that people talk about them and what they say. I can personally say, and I thank God for my family and my mom. People laugh, but I always say this: I was born plus size. I don't know any other way to be. I've never been a size 4. Some girls go through a phase of being skinny and then they become bigger. I've always been the biggest, or one of the big girls in class, even elementary. I had on plus size diapers, honey. I don't know any other way. So my mother is very petite. My mom is not plus size. My dad is not a big guy. My brother isn't. Honey, it's me. But my mom, she always made it a point to where she would make sure that anything that the girls in my grade or in my class would wear, she would make it a point to, even if she had to spend the extra money, to make sure that I look like them. So I wouldn't not necessarily say stand out, but I just wouldn't look like the oddball. If that season was trending of capris and you know, FUBU tops, whatever was trending. My mom made sure she got it for me in my size, so I never felt uncomfortable. A lot of women in my family are plus size, a lot of women. So it really wasn't a thing to me until, like, I want to say middle school, high school. I didn't even realize, you know, the difference when it came to like my body size and other people. I never honestly went through the whole phase of like people calling me fat. I mean, now on social media, yeah, like a lot of times like guys will try to talk to me, and if I don't respond back, then all of a sudden I'm a FATBITCH. But just a minute ago, I was the love of your life and your dream woman. But anyways, that's another video. But yeah, I never really had like the whole like fat shaming in middle school or high school. Not so much. Like, of course people talked about me, but it was never like, I don't know, I can't really remember like a significant time of like, oh my god, this person made me feel. I mean, I'm sure someone probably has, but it probably didn't affect me. I can honestly say that my confidence really comes from like my family, like my mom. Like, I come from a family of very strong women. Like my cousin Tamika, oh my god, I love her so much because she's plus size as well. And growing up, like she taught me how to carry myself. She taught me how to, you know, how to have men treat me. Like, I can honestly say I've never been one of those girls who were just, you know, the last option when it came to like dating and being plus size and stuff. Like, I have the same, if not higher standards than some skinny women, and that's for sure, like off top. And a lot of times guys think they can get away with, you know, okay, she's the fat girl, she's a hit it or quit it, I don't have to, you know, wine and dine her, etc., etc. But then they come across me, honey, and you know, I just have to expose them to real, because all they've been doing is dating lames. And then, like I said, that's another video. But what I'm basically trying to get at is confidence. Like I said, it can be inspired from a person, but it just really has to come within. Until you can accept yourself, accept your body, accept, you know, the skin God gave you, then you will never be confident. Like I said, if there's something about you that you want to change, if it's your weight, if you want to lose weight, if you want to gain weight, you have to work on yourself first. Trust me. If it's something that someone is telling you, you need to lose weight, you need to be this size, you're never going to be happy, because you're never ever going to match other people's expectations, ever. If I was who people in my life wanted me to be, I wouldn't be me. I wouldn't. I've dated guys who were not so comfortable with dating a big girl, so they wanted to put on this facade of me as the homegirl or the friend or sis. And that's something that they have to deal with, not me. That's not something that, you know, myself has to internalize. And I think a lot of times women internalize way too much. Like, listen, you are going to come across half-ass people all the time, okay? Friends, family, dating, people you work with, you're going to come across people who are not whole themselves. So in order to compensate for their half-ass, they're going to make you feel half-ass, which means you have to know yourself. You have to check yourself and know yourself, okay? And that means emotionally, and that means physically. You know what I'm saying? If you know that you're confident how you are, and you know that how you look is how you want to look, then you can't let nobody tell you different. You just cannot. You can't let anybody say anything different to you or make you feel different. If anything, you can't bring that home with you. Now, you know that you don't feel comfortable and you're not happy in your skin and you don't like how you look, then of course the first person that calls you fat, you're gonna be depressed. But if you know in your mind, look, honey, I'm this size, this is what I'm comfortable with, or this is what I'm working on, then there's nothing someone could tell you to make you feel that way. Like, you guys, I'm telling you, throughout your life, you will go through this. Even girls who are skinny, like girls who are small, they go through this. Like, this whole craze is women with, you know, these full breasts and a small waist and a big butt. And honey, 75% of women in the United States do not naturally look like this. They don't naturally. Okay, even the girls that naturally have a big butt and big boobs, they have a little gut, they have stretch marks. But of course, social media, they make it seem like this is the norm when it's really not. But honestly, all I can say on that subject is, you guys, you have to make sure that you are confident within yourself, and if not, gain confidence. There is so many videos on YouTube that really just help you, if you search the right people, of course, but really just help you, you know, deal with positivity and incorporate that into your day. Like, it literally, I hate to sound corny, but it starts within. It starts from the top of your day to the bottom of your day. It starts with how you think, the people that you talk to, the conversations that you have, the people that you entertain. All those are incorporated into, is your day going to be good, and are you going to be confident, and are you going to feel like you can take on the day? It's day by day. Some days I don't feel confident. Like, some days I'm just like, oh my God, like, I feel terrible. Like, there's some days where I don't want to be the size I am. And then some days I'm like, shoot, I look good. I love the way that I look. I feel fly, you know? So it really varies. This is not an everyday thing, but you know, it just breaks my heart when I get like emails and DMs and even comments from girls on the street. Like, I was in Atlanta, I want to say, back in October, and I was somewhere getting food with like my cousin and my friend, and this girl, she was working at the food place, and she was just like, you know, oh my God, like, you know, you carry yourself, you know, just how do you carry yourself how you carry yourself? And I didn't know how to answer that question. At first I was a little offended, I'm not even gonna lie, because I'm like, what do you mean? And it was a young girl, so of course I didn't like, you know, go at her or anything, but she was just like, you know, how do you have this confidence? How do you know, she just couldn't even get the words out of her mouth. She was just so like stunned, and not to be cocky, like, oh my God, you just looked that bomb. But I mean, I've come across women where I'm like, damn girl, like, what, like, and it's not even like a physical thing. It's just like, dang, like, you're popping, like, you're popping. So I totally understood where she was coming from. And she was just telling me like how she, you know, wants to model, but you know, for her skin color, a lot of times it's hard for her to find people who want to work with her. It was just so many things that I just couldn't even believe are still like relevant. Like, I just couldn't even believe it. Like, I was like, what? Like, you want to be a model, but what's stopping you is your skin color? Like, girl, what? Like, what? Honey, I love chocolate women. I love all women, okay? I love the color. I think we are so beautiful that a lot of times when we let society try to make us boxed in is when we become ugly, and we become ugly to each other. And so that's when we become mean, and that's when, you know, we start to talk about each other, and it's this whole light skin, dark skin thing. Like, I could go on and on about it, you guys, but you know, just to wrap this video, because I did not want it to be long, I just want to say, like, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever phase in your life that you're going through, you can definitely be confident no matter what anyone says. Like, this is not something you purchase. This is not something that someone gives to you. This is internally. You can be confident no matter what. Like I said, if there's something you want to work on it in silence, okay? If that boy wanted to be with you and he doesn't want to be with you because you're a little big or you're fat, you know what you do? You drop them 15, 20 pounds and you stunt on him and you move on to something better. That's what you do. That's all you do, honey. That's what life is about, okay? Not stunt on other people, but yourself. You're always going to be in competition with the old you, the yesterday you, nobody else. So don't let anyone else compare you to someone else, okay? And that's all I'm gonna say, y'all. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, I wanted to make this video because it's been on my heart. Like I said, I come across so many girls who have the same issue or the same topic or the same question, or it's the same conversation, but because this girl who is my friend, who I've been knowing via social media for so long, who has went through so many different things with dealing with her size and her physical appearance, I just thought, you know what, why not? And she was totally comfortable with it. I'm not gonna say her name or anything like that because it's not about that. This is for everyone. But I just want to come on here and make this video for you guys. I hope y'all watch it. I hope you guys are inspired. I hope that if you need to see and watch this video every single morning, even if you got to watch a portion of it before you get up and hit that clock, before you get up and go on that date, before you get up and go on that job interview, watch it. Watch it. That's all I'm gonna say. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all your love and support. Bye.